now there should be sound in the stream. Well, I didn't know that. Okay, everyone, join in the presentations chat. Oh, this is like the Dirt's game, escaping from the cage. It's in VR. Okay, that's cool. This is Eric's stuff. He said he's making something super secret, so he won't share this share the secret things with us, but it's something. Okay. Okay. Dirt, do you hear me? Oh, nice. This is from Jet also.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
I hope,
whenever you're ready,
me.
you can share your screen if you want
This
to.
is from Jet. Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome.
I hope,
whenever you're ready, you can share your screen if you want.
Well, I won't. You can show.
Awesome. Whenever you're ready. It's the Twitch stream, like, in the background. Okay, I can show, like, the thing in, like... So, you are making a VR game based on a novel, I assumed. So, what's the goal in this game? To escape the cage, right? I mean, it looks great.
So, I'm back.
Yeah, no problem.
There was an echo, therefore I changed my system.
Yeah. So I'm currently watching
So you can,
on like the pictures that you shared in the text channel.
So
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So currently, I'm not sharing any videos.
No.
And what? So they're currently just 3 screenshots. So in short, it's basically a VR game where you, as a your protagonist, is trapped in the cage, and you need to, for reasons unknown, you need to survive in the cage. And currently, there are 2 stats that basically one stat is basically how sustainability. No, sustenance. And the second one is heat. Basically, so you don't freeze to death. So basically, using sticks and like simple items, you need to grab distant objects using like branch, and you can get fed doing that, or the other thing, you will need to make a fire so you don't freeze to death. So that's that. Also, the game takes well, it's not. It's supposed to work in a different, like a longer periods of time. Therefore, it won't be a one session of the game. It will take in between several days.
It's like a Tamagotchi.
It's basically like a Tamagotchi.
So you use that diversifier called
based
the
on
snail
your-
space, right?
Perhaps somebody has played the game The Longing, where you had to wait 400 days to finish the game, and there's something like that in here. So
Yeah, that sounds like very awesome. I don't have VR set though. If you can just gift it to me, I will play it. But it does look really cool. I would love to play that. And the thing I really like that you...
So it will work both on Quests and Steam VR devices.
Yeah. That looks awesome. Like, and also for a jam game again, like VR
Sorry
games.
about the way.
It's okay. Yeah, for a jam game, it's I think very ambitious project. But then again, you know your VR stuff, so I believe in you. I think you can finish it. Easy. So okay, let's see who else wants to talk or ask questions.
So I'll check. How far can I get. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I can't wait to see more from you. Thank you. So who wants to show something else? By the way, feel free to butt in and talk like we're in a single room or something like that.
That would be chaos.
Yes, exactly. That's what I want.
I can talk. I can share my screen and show.
Oh, that would be awesome. You're making like a real-time strategy game, yeah, right?
Roma Invicta.
Yes.
Roma Invicta. Nice. Yeah, I'm watching your screen now.
Okay, then I will open it, and this is like your main building. You have to protect it, or you will lose the game. The Senate. These are your barracks, and you train units here.
Hey, this
Like-
really reminds me like the old school of First Warcraft or something like that.
This is a legionnaire. It's like a regular infantry. This is the archer, a raptor, and this is a T-Rex centurion cavalry. So yeah, and you command your units, and here's the enemy, and he's trying to destroy your building. There is no resource collection for now. The programmer is working on that, and no sounds and no attack animations. Yeah.
Why it was game over though? I didn't understand.
He destroyed the building. This is
Yeah,
can you see the
yeah. Okay.
mouse cursor?
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, it looks great progress, and it looks actually really awesome.
Thanks.
And you said like starting this, you said like it's super ambitious to do a real-time strategy game in the game jam. So are you like, do you think the same now, or you think there's
Yes, I do. I just got lucky with the programmer. So.
I mean, that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it looks really great.
Thanks.
Actually, like super nice.
The
Okay.
fog of war looks really nice.
I'm sorry, Ingus. I didn't. Maybe I.
The fog of war, when everything in the distance is black, it's very nicely made. Looks really great.
Thanks.
I will want to play this game tomorrow. It looks
Which
so
game
good.
reminds StarCraft?
For me, it reminds of Warcraft. the first ones, like super early ones. Yeah.
I wonder if I will crush it.
Oh, I mean, maybe you meant like StarCraft because like this is like a Zerg rush or something like that. Totally awesome. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's awesome progress, I think. Yeah, so anyone else wanna share screen?
My team could.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
My team could show some things.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One moment.
Yeah, and you can show actually like anything. If you don't have gameplay, show art. It's fine. And I'm telling this like
Can you see my screen?
I will actually put your user volume a bit higher because I should be hearing you now.
Alright, can you see the screen?
I see that.
Yep, you can see.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so my team has made an intro, but we're going to put it later in the showcase. because it's currently not implemented yet, have the puppy itself. But it doesn't seem like it's showing to the stream. It is but very glitchy.
Yeah, we're seeing kind of like I guess slideshow a bit. But I can tell
super
it's
unfortunate because I'm actually pretty proud of the animation.
I mean, you can use OBS Studio or something and record a video, but I can tell it looks really great just because
probably.
like of the atmosphere and the fireflies.
There's any minute now it's gonna show on the screen. Also like the mechanic to try and stay in the light. But you can't control the light. The fireflies go where they want.
Oh, that's interesting. So
The Discord doesn't seem to want to show it, so it's unfortunate.
yeah, I mean it happens. It's online, but so yeah, the main goal here is for the puppy to stay in light, so the puppy doesn't get like afraid, right? Okay.
So the puppy has to stay in the light so he doesn't go insane, and he has to try and get home.
Oh, okay. And that's cool. I think like games with animals in them make me emotional. For some reason, I really want this
that's the
puppy to
point, isn't it?
find a home. Thank you for showing it. So, any feedback, guys?
I tried.
I think the dog looks really cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks great. It reminds Alan Wake.
Yeah,
You know, stay light.
same here. Waiting for the results for tomorrow.
Okay, anyone else? Don't be shy.
Okay, maybe I can try. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. I am. Yes. I'm working in two projects. Maybe with other project, Laura can speak. I speak with for my one this second or first project. I don't know. Maybe I can share screen.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, but I'm sharing my screen, but it's not so much to see. This is virtual reality game where you need for now only maybe I can start this. No, I don't need start. In this, I don't know what it's calling arch.
Ramp.
Yes, ramp. Just dropping some items, and you need find two similar items and put on this very nice looking. I don't know box.
Block. Take your time. Yeah, don't stress it. Everything's fine.
Yeah, and my goal it's not so this games looks like, but my goal is multiplayer. I never working multiplayer. Of course, I'm working with multiplayer in my my work project, but in my indie projects, I not working with multiplayer. And yes, I made it. I made it yesterday. Today, I go forward and find some interesting ways you can. For now, just biggest problem is I really can't testing my. It's first of all it's reality, and second it is multiplayer. And of course, I can starting 2 projects in my this computer and try to get some things, yes, because it's like about little bit fighting, because you can take item, but second player you can take over your item, and you can fighting for these items, and who gets bigger score. Maybe yes. Tomorrow I need put some environments on something like that. But for now, I just making some technical solutions.
Really cool idea,
Okay,
but
that's all.
just players have a time limit.
For now, not for now. It's yes, I don't have really nice gameplay. Yes, it's my problem with this project. There is no nice gameplay. I this make technical solutions with multiplayer, with virtual reality and something like that, but not.
No, I mean,
not
idea is
game.
really cool because it's not so many projects in virtual reality with ideas when you need to catch something. I think if you finish with one, it will be very popular. It's not so many stuff like this.
Yes, maybe. Yes, just need finishing and make this multiplayer problems solved. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I think then that's like a really ambitious project, great multiplayer project, and in VR.
What framework are you using?
Using Unity Pun photon network. You hear me? Yes.
Yep, we heard you. Unit.
Well, I mean,
it's the server, right? The photon
Yeah.
network.
Yep.
Photon network. It's not only server. It's client too. It's yes. It's server side and client side, both solutions. Yes.
So one player will be a host, and all others will be like joining. Yes.
Yes. Yes. One. Mhm.
One player.
Sorry, what? I don't hear last question. Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Mhm.
Okay, who's next? Who wants to show?
Can I talk?
Yes, of course.
Nice.
Share screen.
No. Oh yeah, no. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna share. No wait. Just a second. This. Can you see it?
Wait. Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So yeah, so you start as a little ball, you jump down, the game starts, and then you have to keep yourself on the platforms so you don't rise too much and you don't fall down. If you do, you die.
Yeah, assets are not still included. It's going to be, it's work in progress right now, and this is based on old Flash game. So yeah, the idea. So
Yeah, pretty simple game. Any questions?
I know you don't like this question. How did you implement the theme in this one?
Not yet.
no, we have an idea. We lost our time and we found our game. So
I mean it more.
And where is tile? Aste. Where is tile? It's game without.
I'm gonna add that later. Don't you worry about
that. Okay.
we already have ball with tails, 3 tails, for example. Like there's gonna be
There's estimates for that, but haven't implemented any.
Yeah, I made them yesterday, but now I just was working on the system to work. So like when you like drop down, you like die and start from the beginning. Yeah, we are making this game with a limited time because we have a big distraction in our way, like a kid. So yeah. But
So what is the story about this game? I mean, you know, the worm is lost and found, and what is the story? The ball is lost, and you try to find.
You're trying to find the ground, and the trick is you're never gonna find it.
We're still working on the story part of the game.
Yeah, I made this idea. No, like I had an idea to replicate the game I used to play back in old days, and I wanted to make. I wanted Nautilus to help me make a simple game because we have a big distraction and we have only time from 8 o'clock. Could be 8 a.m. to like midnight. So we have to do it simple, but something playable in my mind.
Yeah, I think that's a valid strategy, and the games actually does look very good. Okay, Paulo.
Oh, yes.
Okay, sure. Okay. Right. Thank you very much for showing that. I think, like we talked previously, because I went through everybody's chat, it looks like it's a very simple game, but it does look almost like finished, and you only need some polish and story, and we're basically done. So I think you did a very good decision regarding your constraints with time. Okay, so good job.
Thanks.
So yeah, who's next? We have 34 minutes. And I think I want to see, I guess, Team Apple's game, and I want to see the Potatoes game, and okay, let's just go, whichever you want to do that.
Okay, I can go next.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just try to share my screen.
I will ask Matthijs to edit this video with all the. I will try to share my screen.
What's happening here? Wait.
It's okay, don't worry.
Give me a moment. Oh, here we go. Okay, so can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so let's run it. Okay, so you're a horse and you're home alone, and you need to find your friends. So you can walk, you can trot, you can run, you can sprint. You can also swim.
Whoa.
And so, but the objective of the game is to find your friends. So
the hedgehog, right?
The hedgehog, except we have no hedgehogs in this game. There are no hedgehogs. So you run around and you try to find your friends. So you found a cat, but he's not really reacting to you. So you're thinking, okay, how can I get this cat home? So you can maybe try to scare it. Nope. What about now if I try to scare it? Come on! Simon's worked very hard on this. Don't tell me it's broken. I didn't do anything that. Oh, come! I didn't do it. I'm sorry. That's. Oh, come on! Okay.
I mean, the cat representation is very realistic in my opinion.
True.
Press space longer time.
Longer? Oh,
Oh, it
yes.
worked.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Go home. So, and the cat is more or less finished. Just the animations, so it's missing still some animations, but as you saw, the logic is more or less there. We're gonna probably also have another task. So there are some sheep here. So if you go over here, you can find some sheep, and you need to get them home as well. Right now they don't do anything, but I hope that when the jam ends, they will do something. So yeah, that's it.
So you basically are making another Witcher 3 from the graphics.
Yeah, except this time the game is not about the Witcher, but about Roach, the human. not a human, but a horse. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like fantastic. So, like you used the assets, I think, right, from the Unity store, and then you made some of your own. Is that right?
All of the 3D models are from Unity store.
Wow, it looks pretty impressive.
But yeah, I just played around quite a lot with post-processing and fog and everything else, and yeah, the magic is in post-processing. But yeah, I also used Gaia for the terrain. So this is not like I went, made a standard Unity terrain and started to try with a brush to make a place like that. That would take me, a week or more. Gaia actually automates this. So that was nice. I made the terrain quite quickly. And then I lost a lot of time trying to put the assets in Git and share it with my team. About 6 hours just poof.
Yeah, I saw that in your team chat that you were like, okay, just 3 more hours, they're downloading.
Yeah. We lost a lot of time on that. So yeah, that's pretty much more or less it.
Okay. Any questions from anybody else? Or feedback? Feel free to talk anytime.
It looks really amazing. I mean, it looks like a AAA. It's very nice job.
Same
Thanks.
here. I mean, good effort. I mean, to put combining our assets.
Is
Thank
Gaia
you.
free to use?
No, it's paid.
Of course.
Ah.
Always a catch.
Yeah, but I absolutely do not regret buying it. It's just it's like so much fun because terrain was when I tried to make mess around with 3D games and try to make terrain. It's just such a toothache. But with Gaia, it's just so much fun. So much fun.
What does it cost?
There are two versions. One is the light version, which basically does everything that it should. I think it was 20 euros or something, and then there was Pro, and Pro is just something that is bloated with a lot of stuff.
So how much we are talking is like with the Pro?
Oh, I don't recall. You have to go on Asset Store. What is this Unity promotion?
All right. Anyway, so yeah, good job. I love it.
Thanks.
Yeah, really nice.
Okay, somebody else?
Yeah, I have a question.
Us. Yeah.
Okay, after playing Red Dead Redemption, I have a question. If horse will have mechanic of defecation?
Right, and where would we also go without the mechanic of testicles in cold or in heat? Like, what's
Jesus
the point
Christ,
even of
language
making
lady.
a game?
I hope you have a large texture size for testicles.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption.
Right, we're not in a hospital today, all right?
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption set too high standards, like for horses. I mean, how can we even meet them? Yeah. So, anyone else want to share the screen or no?
Okay, I can share our not screen yet because we have some problem technical,
that's
but I can tell about our what's going on in our
Sure, yeah.
team. So we are Team Cucumber, and we are developing 3D first perspective game, and the story of the game is the game is tower defense, and that's first perspective. And the story of the game is aliens have destroyed lost plants on their planet, so they are looking for them on our planet, and it is it's oxygen 3 because the aliens have found it and want to steal it. And I can also mention that you can see some videos with turret upgrades and a little Giphy with a little gameplay that we have created. And we strongly believe in nature, and that's why we are gaining experience by creating nature-related games. And yes, in our team we are working for people. And yeah, we will highly appreciate your feedback about our game in our text chat or here. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that you are doing tower defense game, because the thing is there should be more tower defense games, but I do rarely see them in Global Game Jam Latvia, like in Riga side. But
yeah, and there is in showcase chat there's our work as well, our turrets and
yeah, I'm trying to find it
in showcase.
Oh, in just the showcase. Oh yeah, here. Okay. Yeah, I see it. You shared it on the public showcase. Awesome.
Yeah.
So everybody can see it. Okay, there's a video. Okay, let's watch the video quickly. So okay, there's the tower upgrades. Awesome. Very naturey. The vines are going down. Oh, this looks great.
Yeah.
I like the mushroom one. I think Team Mushroom will appreciate.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will.
And yeah, we came here in this global game jam with our team, Dennis and Ivis, and then Ingus came into our team in this event, and we really appreciate it because that's really new experience that we get from him. So thanks, Ingus, a lot.
That's awesome to hear. I hope you will return also like next year and the year after and the year after and the year after.
Of course.
Happy to help.
So
small
cool.
question. In your, if you're gonna progress in making this tower defense, will be there like one or two scenes where the difficulty changes?
We were actually thinking more of endless dynamic difficulty increase, basically by increasing a base number and just randomly increasing it by very complicated algorithm. But
do not overdo on me.
we're kind of currently postponing implementing that because we could make it or we couldn't make it. So we're just gonna keep postponing that. But the idea is that currently we would have one endless level, but that doesn't
So
seem
basically,
like
it's like endlessly running only, or the difficulty changes by time.
pretty much. But that doesn't seem like a long-term solution, a good long-term solution. So we're still thinking on that.
Looking good. Keep a good work.
Okay, awesome. I actually want to ask, I think, Artis from my team to share his screen, because if I share my screen, I'm afraid the Twitch stream will just go in the slideshow. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, we still have like 20 minutes for everybody to share what they got. I mean, for the live stream, but you can, like, after that, you can just stay in this channel and chat if you want to. Okay, this is our game. You can actually make it the bigger screen. I fixed it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so I don't know what to tell. This is a blob. He's lost in woods. So at this point, we have a torch. We can pick it up and navigate our strangely dark woods. No mobs yet. The idea is that this blob should hide from all the mobs that are attacking him. Hide in the bushes while they pass by, and find things in the bushes, keys or some sort of pickups.
Like on directions, yeah.
Yeah, or directions where the keys are, or something like that. Yeah, this is what we got so far.
Yeah, the story so far is that the blob is lost and wants to go back to his family. That's one of the versions. But yeah,
sure, let's go with that.
This is our game, and like I say, our game. You guys did all the work. Mostly, I just did the torch. And
still a progress.
Yeah. Off the game, there's the torch, man. Good job with that.
Off the game. I mean, yeah. I'm still really proud of this because we like also have like super limited time with me organizing, and also Raivo helping with the moderation and the contests and everything. And I know you also don't have all the time in the day, so I think it's really great progress for that.
I mean, no, everything is fine. I mean, multitasking is up and running, and trying to keep up with all the work.
Yeah, that's that. Any suggestions, questions?
Come on, people. Questions, suggestions, spit it out.
Looks like this game is just so awesome. Nothing needs to be improved.
Yeah, people are speechless.
Speechless.
Okay. If no questions, then I mean, maybe there are. No. Okay.
Actually, the question is: this game will gonna be also on the phone?
Sure. We can export it to Android, but I mean, I can if I have the time, I can look into it, or just maybe I will just post a link in our team chat for a tutorial, and somebody else will do it. I don't know.
Cool.
Can try.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask. I really want to see Team Potatoes progress on their Tarkov clone, and then I also wanted to see Team Steaks progress after that. So maybe Team Potato can show something.
Potato. Hey everyone. Yeah. So Team Potato has been busy on the on all the different systems that we need to implement before that, and I'm gonna share my screen. We don't have much done from the technical side. Well, we have things done, but they're just not put together yet. So hopefully until midnight we'll manage to do that. So far, what do we have is a SimCity.
So for me, it's still. Wait, I will try again to get your screen.
Wait, maybe it's my crap internet.
It's slowly but loading. I mean, I can. Okay, let's just see. Maybe I can just.
Does anyone see? Does it show for you?
Not yet. No.
Unfortunately, not for me as well.
I mean,
okay,
I can.
Let me try again.
I mean, the screenshots does look like SimCity.
It
Something
does.
similar.
Yeah, it will be a top-down shooter.
It's isometric 3D.
Yeah, isometric 3D shooter. Yeah. So I think you mentioned like the inspiration here is Tarkov.
Yes.
How do you like implement it? Like this, it's like a post-apocalyptic, or it's like an abandoned town or something.
Yeah, something like that. Abandoned town, post-apocalyptic. There has been some warfare in the city. I've been preparing the city so far. It's almost ready. So the next thing would be to set up the looting places and set up the AI. You already have basic AI that will follow you around or become aggressive when you go too close to them.
Yeah.
So we're currently doing the shooting stuff. Yes, and the inventory stuff, because the Tetris inventory is one of the greatest things about Tarkov. You know, you just sit hours and hours and organize your inventory all the time with all the different loot. Yeah, but the basic core gameplay will be simply loot, sell, loot again, go kill, loot, sell, etc.
And I guess that's how you implemented the theme here, like you loot.
Lost and found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, thank you. We are.
Yeah, gonna drop some screenshots in the showcase.
Yeah, that would be awesome. We are slowly running out of time. So, okay, next was Team Steak. If you have something quick to show, would be great. Hey, guys from Team Steak, are you here?
Party, yeah, we here. Hello,
Can you
hello.
show us something?
Unfortunately, I can show only like model.
That's fine.
The artist. Okay. The one that I show my video.
Yeah.
Screen.
Cool.
Okay, I hide all my porno files. And
I mean, it's called homework.
Say it when something will be ready.
Awesome. Cool looking robot.
Okay, now I'm working about the UI of this stuff to maybe draw a little texture about this. But before this, I can show that have some basic animation. Little Latin that it will fancy.
Wow.
Yeah, and how he move it. Little larger start. We have mechanic of the.
So the idea behind your game was that the robot is searching for his parts. How will you implement that?
It will be final like when robot find all his parts. But before this, he start only with his head. You see, it's like strategically round. So this head will be rolling to find his torso. When he finds the torso, he become can to jump. That's why I put a little like this rocket launchers.
Yeah, so very well thought through, I think.
What?
So it's thought through, like not only like just because, but you actually put on stuff like to make sense.
Yeah, I try that everything will make sense. After he find torso, he can jump. Then he must find his leg, and he become running. And then finally, he find his hand, and what he lost, that he find, and he can go from the dump where he was.
Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing. Okay, next I think whoever has the hobo game, like I think it was maybe Team Kiwi, no? No, it wasn't Team Kiwi, it was who
But you're
had
close.
Team
Pork
Bread,
Chop.
no? No, it's not Team Bread. Oh god. So
No, no,
many
of
Chop.
course,
I'm
like
sorry, yeah, Pork
just
Chop.
with everything in life, an error is gonna appear literally 30 seconds before you go live. So,
That's great.
that's fun. I hope if I just put a weapon here and, sacrifice my firstborn child, maybe it'll work. So I can show it to you. If no, then oh well.
Noble sacrifice.
Yep. Basically, we made a well, not quite finished game yet. Oh god, I don't know what's going on. It was working literally 60 seconds ago. Anyway, we made a little fighter game in the underground where you play as a hobo, trying his best to survive in a hostile world, picking up any items he can to give him any sort of slight advantages. Also, we plan to add a crafting system, sort of. Basically, if you, let's say, combine a chair leg and a piece of rubber band, you could create a sling. Or we're also planning on making sort of creative ways to use trash as equipment. For example, a trash lid for a shield or as a hat. But yeah, all of that is currently in development. We just have like a very primitive hack and slash type thingy going on. Maybe if I just give him a melee weapon, I can demonstrate that. Oh, it actually works. Basically, we just made something like this, where the enemies follow you, try to avoid each other. You can pick up a few items. You heal a little bit from cheese, and that's about it. There's 4 enemies in the level, 1 bigger one, 3 smaller ones, and yeah, pretty much that. That's it.
Yeah, and someone in the Twitch chat actually said that it's a nice idea because the hobo's whole world is lost and found items.
Yeah. Fun fact, we literally came up with this idea. We had a previous idea before then, but we literally changed our idea seconds before we submitted it to the channel, basically.
I mean, that's great. Okay, thank you very much for showing that. I think the last team, maybe the last, actually, I don't know, is Team Kiwi. I don't know what Team Baguette is doing. There's no sign from them. It's fine. That happens. And okay, Team Mushroom also, right? Yeah, I didn't show anything from Team Mushroom. So let's do it like Team Kiwi. If you have something to show, then show. If not,
well, the only thing that we can show is a little.
you disappeared there. I don't know what.
I realized that I pressed on the voice chat, not on the text chat.
Happens to everyone.
Yeah, especially me. But yes, we have our artist has made 3D models. It's a hamster, a metal detector, and a beach ball.
Okay, I will go to your text channel and show it. Okay, yeah. The hamster, a beach ball, and a metal detector. Oh, you have this game about exploding hamsters, right? If you step on mine, you go boom.
We decided that we wanted to make something simple and fun. So our idea was that you're gonna play as a little hamster trying to get back to its family. But to do so, you have to cross a beach that is littered with mines that you have to avoid. And if you step on them, then you explode.
I mean, simple, great, and fits the theme. Awesome. I'm sorry, but I need to like fasten things up. Okay, last team, Mushrooms, you're up now. Go.
Hello. What up? So, yeah, we're still in a very early stage right now, to be honest. But let's see. Let's share my screen. Can I share my screen? Yes, I can share the screen. So, we have basically been working on all kinds of.
Sorry, I don't see. Okay, now I see.
Yeah, here it is. We've been working on all kinds of components for our project. Basically, we've got working. We're working on a inventory system. Just finished an audio manager. Also, we're drawing, as you can see in the. Where is it? In the in the section for showcase. Yeah, the textures that were shown. Where is it? Oh wow, you've posted a lot of things. So basically, the textures with the axe, with some tile maps that Jetta posted. That's our thing, and we also got like a chill soundtrack going on as well. For now, if you can hear it, and some movement, very basic stuff. We're planning to still implement like NPCs, some enemies that we could kill. Probably not to this soundtrack, but yeah. And basically, our focus right now was to use as much things in-house, so to say, because we're drawing things, we're creating our own soundtracks, our own. SFX, we're not creating our own, but like as much as we can, we're creating from scratch. So it does take quite a bit of time, but yeah, that's the stage we're in right now.
And your game was the Zelda-like, right?
Yeah. So the idea is that we would go, but it really depends. From the we've got like 3 soundtracks, a few sound effects, lots of scripts, and yeah. For now,
I think you have like the basics down, so they will definitely finish a game. I think that so.
We're planning to make like 3 maps and 2 variants of 1. So that's what. Well, not too big, obviously, because the scope. But yeah. So we've got like a meadow theme done, a dungeon one, and also a village. And
awesome.
Then we'll see.
Okay, thank you very much. You guys are welcome to stay in this chat, talk and share your stuff. I will have to go on to our next show. It's happening like in 4 minutes. It will be also a panel. We will have me, Laura, and Sabine talking from, you will see, they will introduce themselves. And it will be just a panel. We will talk about jams and we will talk about your games. So you're free to check it out on Twitch. And thank you very much, everyone, for attending this showcase event that I planned. And tomorrow we will have like a very similar thing, but in Zoom chat with our UK co-op site. So there will be some people from UK showing their games. You will be able to show your games on this Zoom chat. So that's a thing that's happening tomorrow. And I wish you good luck on finishing your games. In my opinion, they all look like actually quite good. So definitely you will be able to finish something by tomorrow. I feel confident in you all. So thank you and see you later. Yeah. now.
Is it possible to make a screenshot?
Screenshot? Yeah, I can do a screenshot. By the way, we're live on Twitch. I will quickly do the introduction. Hi, this is Dinner Break, a show, panel, where we will just, I will let the guests introduce themselves, and we will basically just check out, again, the Latvian games and just talk about game jams in general. And, this is very informal, so it will be just free talk, basically. And the guest stars are two puppies, as you can see. And also like the Twitch chat, feel free to ask any questions, anything that comes up, okay? Okay, so I promised to take a screenshot. I will do it just
Yeah,
right
they have
now.
the puppies with us.
Okay, so here we go. Can I send it in the chat? No, I can't. I will have to save it and then I will send it later to email.
No, it's okay.
Save. Yes, okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Sniffing. Okay, let's do another one.
Seriously, that's the screenshot that you took?
I mean, I tried. I don't know. Okay, you can pause if you want to.
Oh, God.
Or just like this.
Maybe we
Somebody
should
in the chat asks when's the next pet jam. I think this is a pet jam. We're jamming with pets. I don't have a pet, unfortunately, because I have a baby, but you will hear her in the background.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, she is. She's 10 months old.
How much? Sorry?
10 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
My baby's 15.
Oh. So she's a toddler.
I mean, no, 15 years, by the way.
15 years.
A full-loaded teenager with all its.
That's
well,
awesome.
you will. I'm not saying more. You will experience.
Yeah. Exactly. It's fine. We will have our own experiences.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I will take another screenshot.
So should we start?
Yes, definitely. So this is Dinner Break. As I mentioned, it's just an informal panel. We were meant to be 4 people, but we will be 3. That's fine as well. It's just an informal panel about games and jams. And whatever comes to mind, just talk. I will, at some point, I guess I will just share my screen so you can see what games like Latvian Jam Site made. Oh yeah, I got myself in the tile. Magic. Awesome. Hi. So I'll let...
Do we have to lift the hands up now?
I mean, it feels great. Yeah. Okay, so I'll let Sabine introduce herself first, then we will go Laura, and I will introduce myself last because, yeah, why not? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you started the ladies are allowed to say something first, which is obviously. Hi guys, thank you very much for having me and inviting me. This is really a great honor. So far I was following a little bit on Twitch what you actually made on the games. It's really impressive. I really like it. So, my name is Sabine. My last name is Suorsa. I'm living in Finland. Gaming and Finland is basically not 2 pair of shoes. It is 1 pair of shoe because I think the gaming industry in Finland is quite big, I would say, and it is still growing. I'm working in a university, but together with Laura, we're working together on a very interesting project called Baltic Explorers. And this project is a kind of a new dimension when it comes to supporting gaming industry in the Baltic Sea region. And what we are doing is we are organizing so-called little meetups, catch-ups for gamers where they can basically network together and also like if they want, they can pitch their games, show what they have. What we are offering at Baltic Explorers, for example, is we offer them a so-called a little kind of an accelerator program, but it's not this typical accelerator programs because ours is specialized in particular of the needs of you guys, of you gamers. So we are not offering like this and this and this. No, we are just basically want to offer you that what you like, what you need. And yes, and if we continue the process and we support you with mentors, international mentors, like in the Baltic Sea region, which is we have Latvia with us, we have Estonia, we have Sweden and Finland. So we have quite a wide network. And our plan is to go sooner or later, we hope, and all kind of fingers crossed, to the US market. There is one event, the JDC in San Francisco. Probably not this year, but we will be there online. Then we will go to the Asian market with you guys. We're taking some teams with us. And what they can do there is to catch a deal. And what we are doing, like, for example, Laura and me, we will cheer you up. We will support you. We will support you with all kind of sources and energy we have that you actually will catch a deal. So, yes, that's about the project, about myself. I'm a so-called love import in Finland. This is how they call me. My husband is Finn. I'm an Austrian. I'm Austrian living in Finland. And yes, my background, my background is for sure entrepreneurship. We have a business at home back in Austria, but I'm also having now in Finland one, and then also like in Austria still, two kind of like things going on. So I'm a pure business people. Gaming is for me, to be very honest, a new land, but as I'm living in Finland, I have constantly something to do with it. And yeah, so that is a little bit, what I would say, I'm also mentoring startups, which brought me even to Africa once, which was amazing. I love it there. Yeah, so you can ask me all kind of questions, and I hope I can answer it. And, I don't know everything, but I hope I can support you. So please, feel free, contact, ask. And yes, it's great to have me. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you actually for coming. And I kind of wanted to mention this before Laura introduces herself. Thanks to Laura and Baltic Explorers, we actually got 2 more mentors than actually 2 or 3 more. I don't remember, but we got some extra mentors in Global Game Jam, this site. So it's 2 more, yeah. So thank you very much for that. And well, I hope that this is not the last thing that we can collaborate on. And okay, Laura, you're next. Introduce yourself.
So hi, I'm the chairperson of the board of Latvian Game Developers Association. Also, as Sabine mentioned, working on Baltic Explorers. Also freelancing for game development. Have been a freelancer for 2 years, continuing that. My specialty is 2D art, user interface. And what else? And I make games in my free time. Yeah, and I play games in my free time. That pretty much sums everything up. I also have a dog. Aww.
We are the puppy gang.
I wish I had a puppy now.
Yeah, well, you have. Yes, if you want to be in the puppy gang in the future, you need to get one.
I will get a house where the puppy can run around, and I will get.
Oh yeah.
Because currently I'm in an apartment, so I feel like if I get a puppy, the puppy needs to go out whenever the puppy wants to go out, at least in the yard.
Well, that's you can train them.
I'm too lazy to train anything.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, but I still want one,
But
okay.
Let's see how successful Laura and me will be at the Baltic Explorers when it comes on the puppies. Let's see how much of our partners and teams will have puppies at the end.
I mean, I will predict at least like 80 to 90% should have. If not, then I will be deeply disappointed.
That's one of our targets.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track. So about me, I guess I will do a short introduction also. So I am the site organizer for this year's Global Game Jam Online. I did the previous 2 years of Global Game Jam also, then when it was on site. I love this jam, and this is one of the reasons I'm still interested in game development. So whenever I do a Global Game Jam site, I do put in all my effort in it, and this year it was online, and I will tell you, like, there was so much things that could have gone wrong. Some things did go wrong, but still we have games, we have teams, and I think so far it's turning out pretty great. So, and yeah, did I mention I'm also a board member of Latvian Game Developers Association, one of the 7. So yeah, that's about me, and let's get into it, right? So what you want to do, I will ask you, do you want to check out some games that our jammers are doing right now?
I saw already a couple of games. So because I came a little bit early in the Twitch,
awesome.
So a couple of games I saw, and that's why I was asking you to join the Discord channel. And yeah, because to be very honest, I was also like yesterday in Finland in 2 jams that we are a little bit sneaking around.
So
unfortunately,
I see you. I will grant you a role so you can see all the things, because Global Game Jam is behind a wall. So now you should be seeing the Global Game Jam channels, all the team channels, etc. Yeah.
Hold on. Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Now I'm fully loaded.
You see, we have teams of grocery
Wow.
list.
It's great. Team Bacon.
Yeah, that's our team.
Okay.
I'm organizing, and I'm also trying to help develop a game. Basically, they are creating a game in my stead.
Okay. By the way, how many because I unfortunately, when the launch of the Game Jam was the Global Game Jam, I did not really hear the topic. I guess there is an overall topic.
Well, the topic is just to talk about game jams.
Okay.
And,
No, I mean the topic of the game. Like, do they have
the theme? Okay, the theme
the
is
theme, yes.
Lost and Found.
Ooh, interesting.
It's a super interesting theme. In my opinion, it's a very versatile theme. You can do so much stuff with it, like almost anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's right. That's really, really interesting. You know, I participated in the past in a couple of jams, but they were not game jams, so they were other jams. So we had this one, they were also like global. So we had one called Global Sustainability Jam. One was Global Wood Jam. So, and then some other ones, but the sustainability jams, they were kind of cool. One time we had a topic, it was AB3. That's it. So we came up actually with a board game. We made a board game, I remember. That was really fun.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool. And one jam we had, and there was the layout of a box. And we came up with a application for giving gifts, a gift box. So we called it Giphy. So it was really fun. And we were actually with this kind of idea, we were really successful because we had the opportunity and look at this little princess. Or is it a prince?
It's a princess.
Oh, isn't she cute?
My wife just...
look how happy she is. Hi, baby. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, she also...
she's games. Yeah, she's adorable.
She is adorable. That's my puppy equivalent.
Yeah, that's a puppy. You stole all the hearts. We cannot compete with our puppies. I'm sorry, we lost that journey. That's it. That's it.
So,
but anyways, with this one game, with the Giphy game, by the way, this was a crazy journey because actually we got invited. We continued with this idea, and we came very far. And we had the opportunity to pitch this idea at the Web Summit in Dublin. So that was actually pretty cool. The Web Summit is, nowadays the Web Summit is in Lisbon.
Oh,
But
yeah,
we were in
actually,
Dublin.
we went to that Web Summit like a few years ago. I got
Yeah.
a ticket from Open Source Foundation at that time. It was super awesome. I know what you're talking about. It's like I
Oh,
think
she's
it's,
just a little bit, she's agreeing with us.
yeah, she is. He is. Yeah.
By the way, does the audience have any question for us?
Yeah. Not yet, really. I mean,
Oh.
but that's fine. About board games, the thing is, in Global Game Jam, you can make any kind of game, including board game. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, so, few years ago, like in 2019, that was the first game jam I actually organized, and I also got a team that made a game for me. And they made the first board game in global, not in a while. It wasn't the first board game, and we actually had so much fun doing that versus like a video game. So I definitely, if anyone wants to spice things up, create a board game. Okay, let's say by tomorrow. Here you go.
I like board games. I'm a huge fan of board games, if I be honest.
Yeah, yeah. And we in Latvia we have this Brain Games. That's like the biggest publication, and yeah, we had big plans. The team, okay, we will finish this board game. We will go to a publication, get this thing published. But the thing is about game jams. Usually the games made in game jams don't get finished, like I think 90% of them at least. So maybe you have some thoughts on that, maybe some way to encourage people to finish their games, and this is like the question for both of you.
Actually, you don't need to always finish a game. Some of the people who are jamming, they're not jamming to make a game. They're jamming to test some kind of solution, some kind of technology, or to test a mechanic, to find out if they actually can do something, or they're just doing something to challenge themselves. They're going outside of their comfort zone, because the thing is, when you're actually working in games, nobody will really allow you to go outside of your comfort zone. You have to do the thing that you do best, and you have to do it quickly and over and over and over again. And that is why game jams are so important, because they kind of encourage people to end this stagnation, to explore what they're actually capable of, to find new horizons and so on. So it's not that everyone, it's cool if you finish a game, that's nice, but the thing is, the main question you should be asking is, did I get anything worthwhile out of it at all? Any new contacts, any new knowledge, did I don't know, learned a bit about new software or anything like that? You know, because game jam is just not just about making a game. There's so much more there.
I could not agree more with Laura about this. Like, I think she's still talking, but we cannot hear her.
No, I'm not talking.
Ah, okay. No, I cannot agree. Yeah, actually, yeah. The thing is, like, to be very honest, now talks a little bit the business person in me. I agree with Laura. It's just a jam is really something what is for pure fun and pure, like, well, it is back in the days when we were allowed to be like in one environment and sitting together. It was also like a social coming together, exchanging knowledge, exchanging kind of like gathering and throwing around ideas. This was my kind of like happiness always when I go to jams. And then we had pizzas together and we had like beers together and just like the fun. But I mean, everybody knows the success story of Rovio, for example. I mean, before Angry Bird even came to life, I mean, they throwed millions of ideas into the trash bin until they really kind of like draw an Angry Bird. And out of that came this hype. So, I mean, if you're keen on, for example, your game, if you believe that your game could be something, it is always worth asking, and it's always worth asking your kind of like for example, places like the game developer in Latvia, those guys, because they're highly experienced, like Laura or Jānis, they know about this, they know the industry, and they can connect people, which is very, very great. And it's always like the kind of thing, just ask. You either can say like, and I have it. One of my favorite button is this one. I show you guys. No, because I'm teaching I'm teaching myself to say no. And listen to this. I cannot say no, but the last time, no, 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 no. So it's this kind of funny button that I have, and I sometimes, very often, I set it to my boss. I press the button when I say this one. No, but anyways, I think it is fun to join those games. I for example, I love it. Those game jams, and see what you are doing. And I'm always impressed what you guys are coming up in such a short amount of time. This is always something what is absolutely blowing me completely away. And doesn't matter if it's in Latvia, in Finland, or Sweden, or whatever. It's just like really like, boom, thumbs up. So these kind of things, they should happen more, not only once per year. That's what I'm a little bit missed. Those kind of like jams, I think the global game jam is only once per year. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. And you touched on this, like it doesn't matter where it happens. That's why I also kind of like global game jam, because it happens all around the world at the same time. And usually it happens at physical locations at the same time. So people are both encouraged to work together in your local community, and there's also a way to reach out to the global community doing the same thing anywhere else in the world. So that's so unique experience for the global game jam. But then of course there are other game jams like Ludumdare or many game jams on itch.io. That's the most popular one. And actually this kind of brings me to a new topic, which I was like internally thinking for some time now. So there's a difference between a jam and a hackathon. So my question, I will answer it myself also, but my question to you is, what do you think is the difference between a jam and a hackathon? Because they're super similar.
That's actually a good question. I don't know.
At first I thought I knew, but then the way people are using those two words indistinctively, now I don't know anymore.
Yes, so I was thinking about it. In my opinion, and you actually, both of you mentioned this before, and why I asked the previous question was you hit the nail on the head with that. Because on the jam is for fun, jam is for experimenting, and jam is it doesn't matter if you will actually finish your game afterwards. It's just some wishful thinking from my part that I do wish to see more games get finished from jams, but it's okay if they don't. And for hackathons, the difference is that hackathon is this competition that's just trying to solve one problem, usually with judges, and usually in hackathons you have ready-made teams and with big prizes and money and promises of help afterwards, right? So in my opinion, this small difference, I mean the process is the same. You present your ideas, you get your teams, you do something, but the feeling is, in my opinion, totally different. One is you trying to make a product that you might sell later. The other one is just do whatever and have fun. So that's my opinion on that. And do you agree or disagree on that? I'm curious if this my distinction between is valid or not.
I don't know. Have you researched your distinction? Because I haven't, so I can't answer that.
I have to be very honest. I never thought of it. I really never thought. But it's a good point. It's a very good point because, I mean, I was just, when you said it, like, because especially about this pricing and stuff like this. I mean, in our university, we organizing quite a lot of these hackathons, and yes, it's true. It's about like solving certain kind of problems. But now, like, for example, throughout the Corona time, the COVID-19 time, there were a lot of jams, or let's say not jams, hackathons in particular, which were like hack the virus, hack the crisis, hack whatever. So I participated, for example, I got invited in a hackathon in Germany. And it was by the government of Germany, they had this hack the virus. And I have to be honest, it was so overwhelming because there were over 12,000 people. So it was crazy. And the hackathon took a tremendous amount of time because you have to like evaluate the teams, and that was like getting like really crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Jam, I mean, it is a good point. If Jam is just more this, I don't know, is it more for the gamers now? And the hackathon is, it's a really, I don't know.
Yeah, I asked this question because it's like it got me thinking, because like when we were doing like PR materials and stuff, I couldn't bring myself to call Global Game Jam a hackathon, because in Latvia there isn't a word for jam. You can just call it jam. And I didn't want to call it hackathon either, because I was like, as you said, there were so many hackathons before this. Like in Latvia, we had the hackathon where also like people was hacking the coronavirus. Like they created face masks. They created the what's it called? The thing, the balloon that makes you breathe. My brain is just, it's already late and I can't think of words. Yeah, but it was all about like solving a problem. It wasn't for fun. I mean, maybe the people that were in those hackathons had fun, and like they did solve like very serious problems at that time. But it really like got me thinking, okay, this is a jam. Like musicians have a jam. Do musicians, when they gather like to jam together and create new music, do they really like think they're solving some kind of a problem? No, they're just jamming. They're just creating something new because they want to, and they want to have fun. They want to experiment, and I think it translates to games. And I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years now, like doing the Global Game Jam, and I only started to think about it just now, because like previous years we actually called it 48-hour hackathon, but it's not a hackathon. So this is just a weird thing I was thinking about, and I was just wanted to hear more opinions, and thank you about your answers. That they really gets me like thinking more about it, and I think I'm on the right
Yes.
path on the
Well, yes, you are. Actually, you are, because I'm really like kind of like thinking like, I mean, yeah, musicians having those so-called game jam sessions where they're just sitting around having a couple of drinks, basically, and like playing music. And now this jams, the game jams are like you creating a game, but it's just, I think it is I think both jams and hackathons, they are like, let's say, like social gatherings to create some uniqueness, or some, even you can possibly create maybe a unicorn, by the way. In the game, we are like, for example, in our university, we have the hackathons, then we have the innovation camps too, and then we have the jams. So it's like bringing them all together under one head. But yeah, it is an interesting topic. What do you think, Laura? I mean, it's difficult to say what is really the spice on it.
Well, game jam, if we understand game jam or jams in general as these events where there's no prize, there's no competition, just a bunch of people coming together, working on whatever they want, helping each other. And the thing is that I quite often have to explain to people what is a game jam, what is a hackathon, because for us we understand that, and it's actually a crucial part of our lives now, at least our professional lives. But a lot of people don't know at all what they are. So when I explain these competitions that are more like hackathons, where you have a prize and you basically pit teams against each other to compete for this prize of money or something like that, people get that. It's quite easy to. But when you're trying to explain a game jam or jams, it's immensely hard because you tell them about what it is and they just stand there, and after like a minute of silence they're like, you mean people are willingly working, in the weekends? Like, yeah. Why did I do that? I'm like, it's fun. What is fun about that? Like, what do they get out of it? What's the value? I'm like, well, some of them learn something, some of them just having fun. Like, but there's no money, no, traveling. No, why do people do that? And I've actually had this question not just from some random people, but from journalists, from entrepreneurs, from even from different organizations that are trying to build some sort of accelerator, something like that. They're just, how is that possible that you give a task to people, do not give a tangible reward as a material reward, and they just work? And it's really and I was trying to explain it, like, what's the deal? Why because we could just, I don't know, say watch TV or go out, or not really go out now, but there are so many things that you could just, it's a weekend. So, and I was trying to figure out how do I explain it, and I couldn't come up. I was like, my end phrase was, you just have to try it for yourself. I cannot tell you what it is. There is something, some sort of, the closest I can understand the feeling of game jam is pretty similar as you are in some sort of sports training, and you're working in teams and you're incredibly tired already, and all of these obstacles, they kind of create this feeling of going together somewhere, a companionship, and something like that. It's so odd, and somehow you're willingly putting yourself through difficulties to attend, to make, to create, and it's really hard to explain why people do that. It's just, there's something that you have to try for yourself.
Well, I actually found a question like here on the Twitch channel. It's like, how was the remote working situation affected your jam preparations?
Oh, interesting. My chat doesn't update it then. Okay, feel free to answer it.
Well, it is affecting in that kind of sense, because you cannot, like, the preparations. I think since a year we are pretty much used of it, to making everything online, I would say. But it is kind of like partly hard, partly not. But maybe though. But for me, for example, when I think about game jams or in the moment, like Discord is one of the channels where you find quite a lot. I was participating last autumn at the Pocket Gamer event in Helsinki, and it was really interesting. And it was like via Zoom, but also like in Discord, we had a channel there, and there was a lot of things going on, which was very interesting. So I think it's okay. It is okay.
I think the fact that everything is remote is affecting the jam itself. Of course, we had a pretty lengthy conversation about the things that were missing. But as far as preparations go, since I have worked remote way before Corona, then I have gotten quite used to getting things done remotely. So it's quite rare when I actually feel that, wow, I wish I could, be on site and do everything myself on site. The preparations were more or less okay. I think the jam is actually maybe a bit suffering because of the situation.
Yeah, I agree about the jam, a bit suffering because, well, let's talk a bit about preparation first. For me personally, the preparation was different in that way that I don't have to. Well, we usually do this jam in Risebe University. This year I didn't have to call them, didn't have to make meetings, didn't have to go there, make sure that the internet might reach every like corner, and it doesn't anyway if I make sure. Then I didn't have to order pizzas, but I did want to order pizzas for everybody anyway. But we settled on having some food delivery coupons, and also that's also only available in Riga, but still it's a compromise. Then what else? It's also harder to like I guess like if it was, for example, the showcase, which was like half an hour before this. If it were on place, it would be so much easier to let people just go to like one another. Just hey guys, if you go play 2 games, I will give you a food coupon. You go eat. That's what I do. I kind of like bribe them to play other people's games. But the thing is, I don't need to because they will go anyway. From my experience, but I can't really do that online. Online, we like, as you saw, we just had this Discord chat where people could show their games. They could like chat about them, but that's the extent of it. If they go actually play other people's games, I can't prepare that in any way. Like I don't know how to organize, like how to actually create a showcase event that you are like easily can go play other people's games. That's like one of the ways. So I had to like compromise, just get everybody in this Discord chat. So also the Discord itself, it's very similar to setting up like a physical site, but still it's like in the preparation wise, and I actually failed at this. I set up so many like team channels and roles, and they didn't work anyway when the time came. And it didn't take a long time, but it was something I had to prepare for, like way in advance. Well, we did test it, but we did miss a few things still. Like working with these online technologies, that's super different from like having on-site. It's basically this online format. Like it's super dependent like on the platforms you use also. So like in a sense, for me, the preparation work did change quite a lot. Yeah, that was super long answer, but yeah.
There's actually there's actually an answer on it. Rhyme is 001.
Yeah, that's
I think it's okay because many IT people working remotely just lost this fun part. Work in one room, answer quick question. Well, that's a good point, actually. That is really true. Just sorry to interrupt you, Laura. I was participating, I think it was 2 weeks ago, in the so-called Idea to Innovation kind of a course, online course, it's held by the Grenfell University in the UK. It is for PhD students and also like postdoc students. It's a very great, basically those students, they're bringing their research work into entrepreneurship. And normally this event is always like on site, and now we're having it the second time already online. And the biggest problem that we faced, and this is like the same Ramis actually said, this mingle and kind of like having the conversation. Like for example, now it's like we three are talking, but normally if we would have lunchtime together, we would be in one room and we could like go around and talking with multiple people, getting network exchanged, even ideas, maybe like even showcase a little bit, and then like this kind of like the thing is like this, as I said before, the socializing is very much missing, and we are losing probably the kind of like getting the network or getting kind of a little bit the talking about the games too, like having the fun things and this is a little bit what I'm actually missing. So we found out that in this online game, I mean, we had great ideas, great team, but it's just missing this kind of like having this short like conversation, even with a cup of coffee and talking suddenly about something. And then even if sometimes, a jam, you're working like 48 hours. Now you're sitting like 48 hours in one room, chatting with people. But normally, sometimes in this idea process, you're stucking. And what happens then? I mean, sometimes it helps, you're having a conversation with a complete random person. And then it's going again, you are in the right direction. So that's a little bit missing, I think so. But I don't know.
Yeah, for example, for us to have like a coffee and talk, I need to set up this Google Meet room like way in advance, send to email, then worry about day and night. Did you receive the email? And, it's just not like I just can't go and have coffee with you. It just can't. Yeah.
It's a pity.
Here's the thing, that no matter how advanced online technologies get, even if we have super cool VR sets, every single one of us at home, and we see, full projections of people, and converse with them, no matter how advanced they will get, if you want to really forge a bond of trust, the thing is that you have to meet that person in person, on site. And this is why it's immensely hard right now to forge new business connections, as well as, any sort of even if you're just looking for a job, or you're looking for employees, or you're looking for business partners, proving someone that you have never met before online that you are trustworthy is, it can be done, but it's a lot more difficult. And the thing is, also, usually in game jams, Global Game Jam is the most effective event in regards to bringing new faces to the Latvian game dev community. And usually this is the event where I meet most of the new people, and I talk to them, I get to know them, I get their contact. This year, I only know the new person that is in my team. I'm not, caught up with how many new people are there that I haven't seen. There's this feeling, no matter how, we have organized this quite well, but no matter how hard we try, there's this feeling of a wall that I cannot see some people.
Yeah, and also not only jams, like we have these monthly meetups for Latvian game developers, and well, some people have just outright said, I am not interested in watching talks, I just want to go and meet people, and that's really suffering.
I think the hashtag #MeToo has a new kind of definition.
I don't know what definition. I know what the first definition was.
Yes, but now it is this kind of like when we are saying I would like to socialize, I would like to meet people, I would like to kind of mingle and bingle. It's like a lot of people are saying me too.
Yeah.
So basically, hashtag #MeToo have a complete new definition. It's like
I don't know if that's good or bad. I think
it's just came to my mind now. But for example, I'm an extremely social person, and I have this. I'm sitting at home now and having this wonderful big eating table where actually 10 to 12 people can sit, and I'm not allowed to. That people, my friends, are like, it's like putting a knife into my heart. This is like, it's really horrible. And then going to, for example, when we had in Kotka in Finland those jams, me and my colleague Michael, we always went there, and Teemu too. He's also working in the Baltic Explorers project. We went there. It's just so much fun to watch. And then even for me, what is jams important for me is that sometimes some of these guys, they say like, hey, do you want to try the game? I'm like, oh yeah, kind of show me, let me try it by myself, And then this is exciting because as a non-gamer, you see the game. Now I'm seeing the game on the screen, But sometimes I would like to kind of like try by myself, give me some whatever in my hands, and then let me try. And I have to honestly say this is a little bit missing. And then having the chat, and even to ask like, how did you came up with this? I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I saw this once. I don't know which team it was, which kind of food choice it was, but those guys with the with the little robot.
Oh, that was the steak. They
Oh,
are
the steak.
actually that team is super interesting. That team is not from Latvia, but they liked the Latvian jam like last year, so they all just decided to come and join us this year also.
Oh, really?
They are from different countries, but they live now in Estonia and Lithuania, I think. Most of them are
Wow.
from Lithuania, so that's like super cool.
Well, that's amazing. That's great. I love that. That's
Yeah, it
really,
is.
really cool. But I just like, I just saw it and I was just thinking like, really, that's kind of cool. Because it's very like it's really well done. And I mean all the kind of examples that I saw, they were really, really greatly done. But for me personally, I'm a very visible person. So for me, colors are always like very nice. I like when there is a game with colors. But I think there will be the big, but it was really interesting because the mechanics and everything was really like smoothly working. So, but I do not want to discourage like the other jammers because I believe everybody else will have really fantastic ideas. I'm pretty sure. Because Lost and Found has this huge opportunities you can do basically. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And you actually, like while talking, you touched on this project on trying games. And now that I think about it, we have two virtual reality games. Previously, we had like a tabletop game. And now I'm thinking about how will I try them? I can't try them. I don't have a VR set. I can't actually try a tabletop game, for example. So that's a thing. Like, you just can't try them. You just have to see the video and be like, oh wow, that's a game. And also like a previous year we had people that were building their own like hardware. Actually, you can't try it online. You just can't. So I think
It's a little thing.
like the creation is also a bit suffering in my opinion in that way. Well, but we are humans and I think we will find some solutions to that. But so far, like, I'm just realizing now a lot of things just can't be done.
Yeah, and here's the thing. At one point, I wanted to encourage people to not just share what they're doing in the chat, but also share it in their social media platforms, like Facebook or Twitter or whatever you're doing. And the thing is, I was thinking, yeah, right. It sounds like a good idea because that is a valuable thing to show that you're actually learning stuff in your weekend. But the thing is, I'm not doing that myself. And the problem why is because I'm so tired of doing all of those screenshots and writing in the chat that I do not have energy left for the social media platforms as well. And I was kind of beating up myself over it and thinking, wow, I should encourage people and I should do it myself. And at one point was no, there's just too much writing, too much sitting in front of computer.
Yeah, I definitely feel that because I had to answer so many questions about the jam, and people are writing still like private messages to me, and it's like I have to alt tab write something, listen, write, and like the fingers sometimes they don't hurt, but it feels like they hurt. That's one, and also I see that most people are actually doing that. They are not writing, but most are actually going into the voice channels I created for this jam. I think one of the reasons is because like you're just tired of the writing, as Laura said. And I also what I do is I like from time to time just lurk over all the channels, and a lot of things are not actually shared in the text channels that I saw in the voice channels. And I think what Laura said is the reason why. Also, like the same goes for me. Yesterday I shared one video from our team, and I just didn't have any energy to just share more. Like that's a thing, yeah. It's a, I don't know if it's online fatigue, but it's a fatigue of just, I guess, this situation. Yeah.
It is. I'm actually like in my previous life. I'm not reborn since I'm in Finland. Somehow, yes. I actually was studying psychology, so at the University of Vienna. So I have a degree, a master degree in psychology. So I'm watching the kind of like the environment sometimes with a very different kind of perspectives. So the thing is like when we know now we are talking in English, and then the thing is like we're all not native speakers. So sometimes when we are writing messages or emails or in any kind of communicating in the digital world in a completely different language, or even in my own mother tongue or whatever in yours, you're sometimes writing something you maybe are not kind of meaning it, but if the person, for example, has a different kind of, let's say, mood, or like is in this like, let's say, emotional stress or whatever, so you're sometimes reading messages how you actually would like to read it, and then you're like, oh, you can be very offended, but I'm just basically writing to you like, hey, can you please do this or that, or can you, like, for example, can you please open the can? But I feel offended because, in the moment my emotional kind of distraction is like, "Argh!" So I'm like, so this is the kind of thing, and especially when we are surrounded, because the gaming environment is like an environment of English, and we all are not, in general, the, let's say, game business or startup environment, it's an English environment. And most of us are not native speaking. So sometimes when we are saying something, it might sound really crazy. Or like, sometimes I'm like, basically I'm seeing something or I'm reading something and I'm thinking like, what do you actually now mean? I mean, so that's why when you have a conversation with a person, like face to face, and say, hey, by the way, whatever, blah, 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 it's a 2-second things and everything is fine. And now when we're having this gigantic kind of like digital thing, when we have to write, I'm just watching sometimes the chats that I have with colleagues. I mean, this is insane. They're like, with my chat, I can travel to China sooner or later. So long are they. I mean, it's crazy. So I just hope that this whole situation is sooner or later, or like kind of like, let's say, not this kind of distressed anymore. And maybe it's possible that next year we could travel to Riga and join the game jam. Why not? I mean, it would be wonderful to come and visit you guys. I mean, anyways, I would like to meet Laura in person. We're working together on the project. And yeah, well, I'm seeing her. Yeah, hello. But I would like to give her a hug and like say, hey, great that you're with us, and great, you're doing a fantastic job. But now I'm just going to tell you, like, you're doing a fantastic job, Laura. I'm so happy that you are with us on our project. I would like to buy you a beer, for example. That's not possible. I'm sending you a virtual one. Of course, Jānis, I send you one too. Oh, everybody gets a virtual beer.
Oh, I would love a beer now. I would really love a beer.
Yeah, this situation, of course, it is quite different for a lot of people. For example, if we take this jam, there are people who have worked in games industry for more than 5-10 years. There are people who have worked remote for several years. And now this game jam is happening in remote. They know what to do. They know how to set up Git, how to correctly communicate, how to set up quickly documentation so everyone is up to speed. The thing is that the people who are suffering and not getting enough, not getting the best out of this jam, are the people who are completely new, who are have never worked in the industry, never have worked remote, and now suddenly, because the thing is, sometimes you have considered teammates and they're realizing, okay, you don't know how to do this, or you have never thought about that, but sometimes you just don't, and you can't expect really from people to constantly see everything from your viewpoint, and you are just left with figure that out by yourself. And at one point, why not just give up? So this is really something that a lot of these events, game jams on site are extremely valuable for people without experience. That is just, it's just taking a rocket and flying up, working together with all of these experienced people, walking around tables, just asking for help if you can find the courage. But here it's a bit different because a lot of things will stay unsaid and not shown. And in general, this whole pandemic, for me, it's quite easy. As I said, I've been working remote quite some time, and actually, I mostly work on projects, and there has only been one project out of like the last 6 where I have actually at least once met my employer. Often I don't. I often don't even know the gender of my employer. Like, I don't know how they look, who they are. Just, I don't know. They send me checks and I'm fine. But there are people, of course, who have to go through tremendous change right now, who have been used to working, on site, or who have decided to change their professions or learn something new just before coronavirus hit. And now, hey, not only is it more difficult, but so it's quite odd, because this time should be the time of us showing empathy to each other, because some of us really need it. And it's exactly the opposite.
I completely agree. Yeah, it is. I absolutely agree. But hey, I have basically one question. Do you think, like, for example, at the Baltic Explorer project, it was kind of funny when we made the web page, and I looked at about us, and there was all the experts from our countries, like for Finland, Sweden, Estonia, and then also from Latvia. And the thing was, like, all of them were males. So I was just thinking, like, wow, we need to have kind of like a female energy there. So I'm now happy that we have Laura, but we have from Lahti, we have also like Ria, and Ria is the chairman of the person from IKTA in Finland. So she's also one person with a wide range of connections. So do you think, guys? Sorry?
Latvians know more or less about her, because those who watched the yearly awards, she was one of the judges.
Yes, so everybody knows Ria. So hey, you have to join Baltic Explorer. We are just like very familiar. I mean, you know us already, which is great. Do you think that the gaming is still a very male-dominant area, or are more and more the girls are coming on stage and creating fantastic things as well? So what do you think?
If you look at the actual numbers, yes, it is male-dominated area. I mean, it's numbers. The question that, this is quite a lengthy discussion, and it has been like everywhere. People are picking it up. But the thing is that when we're having this discussion, okay, we should, balance it out. My question is it bad to be a minority? Because I have been, in gender-wise, mostly a minority my entire life. In university, I was the only woman studying. In sports, I was the only woman. In any camps, I have been working in companies where I was the only woman. And the thing is, I actually got quite a lot of benefits. Like, first of all, the Women's Day, people are just bringing you flowers because you exist. Just so nice. You just come to work and there are like tulips on your table, and it's like, oh. But also, like, all of these little things, like personal toilet, and things like that. Because here's the thing: maybe it is male dominated, but I think we should. There should be something done only if there is something wrong. Like there are other industries where it's male dominated and it's incredibly hostile against women, as in wow. But my saying is this: if the game development community does not accept it, then nobody will accept it, because game development community, as far as is my experience, is one of the most helpful and accepting one in the whole world. Right now I'm talking about game developers, not gamers who play games. That is like, don't try to play Counter-Strike. But so I mean, there's so much that other people could learn from game development communities. And of course we have these loud titles that, something horrible happened, there was discrimination, but I don't know if it's just not reported or if it really is the case that Eastern European countries and Nordic countries are just quite inclusive and quite capable actually in these matters. And also, I always say, like in every case, I always say quality over quantity. So maybe you do have very few women, but the question is, as who do they work? Are they, the housekeepers, or are they in management? So that's also a question you have to, because I never like to just look at things and say, okay, it has to be 50-50 and we're going to have quotas on companies or in events, and this is how it's going to work. It will do more harm than good. You have to work on quality. And one thing that I absolutely love about Latvia is that we have this unique opportunity to, as in, work personally, because we always say this as our weakness. There are so few of us, there are so few companies, there are so few, people working in game development, for example. But I see it as an opportunity because we can actually ask these few people what they want, what do they need. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think that the kind of the rise of the ladies is going more and more. I mean, it's not only that because sometimes I just can, from my own experience, before actually, when I was a little bit younger, I was applying for a school which was basically in our area complete technology. It was machine engineering, and I was applying for this school, but I was accepted because I was a woman. Because the funny story was they didn't have enough. Well, they didn't have the facility, the sanitary facility, like toilets and stuff like this for ladies, because it was a male-dominant kind of area, which I was like, wow, great. And because I was talented in that kind of thing, because when we had that entrance exam, I was one of the first who was building this kind of constructions together. So I'm kind of like, I like that. So I think we are now in our university, for example, in Finland, we are offering students game development, but also like game design. So more, and also we have one area is the cybersecurity area. And even both of this side are more and more girls are coming into the technology part, which is very great and impressive. And of course, when it comes on the game design department, there are more the ladies. So it's the kind of like, so it's not yet that balanced as maybe it should be or it will be, but I believe the generation now, it is changing quite a lot. A lot of ladies are interested in having the talent to do that things. So I believe in the future we will see that there will be a very equal environment in that sense, which I'm excited. I for example, be a huge supporter when it comes on female entrepreneurship. And I love to be an entrepreneur, so it's something really, really, it's fun. It's really fun. It's hard work, but it's fun. So, yeah, Ramis again said, in game making studies 5 years ago, I have 10 men students and 1 woman. And now it's like half of students is ladies. Well, that's fantastic. I mean, think a little bit, like in 5 years, how much it changed. Let's see how this now, how it will be in the next 5 years. I'm very excited about that. I love that kind of thinking. And yeah, we ladies, we can do everything what we want.
Well,
Isn't it?
I do agree.
I mean, we are power ladies. We can do what we want.
Here's the thing that you kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when you try to kind of promote one group and give them as, give them special heads up and so on, so they would have it easier. The thing is it kind of retracts from your work, because the thing is, if you can, without any special help, succeed in an area where you're a minority, it is incredibly exciting to and people actually appreciate it. They say, wow, it's not that common, and they don't say it like in a bad way, but in a good way. So I wouldn't say I know I'm supposed to be, but I am not really into this whole, let's create special places for women, because if you want balance, you have to start at the very beginning. You have to put these people together, you can't put women in a different environment and just make them work with each other and they say, okay, now go and be completely balanced in these workplaces or in studies or anything like that. So I think actually here's the thing about Latvia is not really a country that that puts in a lot of work into having these conversations about gender equality and things like. But here's the thing: the first country in the entire world with the most women in management, more than a half, is Latvia, not Sweden,
Finland.
Latvia.
Wow. But maybe I'm talking about I'm talking about the politics, because in Finland, like the prime minister and all the other prime ministers, they are.
But in general,
they are like,
and this is, and in my personal experience, people have been, all of these places where I have been the only woman, and people have been so forthcoming and helpful, and they're always saying, there's never this, you can't do it. I have never had that. There are people who are maybe doubtful, especially when I went into martial arts. Yeah, that one is a bit, that is understandable why there are some sort of, and I was expecting really people telling me go back, go home, because I was the only woman there, and was absolutely not the thing. People were, the moment they see you're serious, people were so helpful. And I actually, for a long time, I have been going around telling Latvia, as far as gender inclusivity, and Latvia is amazing. I was constantly going around, and then I decided to get my driver's license. I was like, oh, that's where they all are, because wow, that was insane. That was just like in the 6 a.m, you sit next to this instructor, and he's telling women are only good at. Yeah, I'm not gonna even.
They always are saying we are bad in driving. Yeah, well, that's not true. I think guys.
Driving.
No, we're really good. But yeah, but you know who is really bad in driving? Guys with heads on.
Yeah. But
my grandfather always said
that. Yeah, but okay, with this exception, but I have only worked in games industry. Here's the thing, and maybe because our games industry is maybe small, but we have done so many things right.
Well, that's the amazing point. I think, my previous project that I was working together with Latvia. One of our partners was the Stockholm School of Economics. So I visited Riga on a regular basis, to be honest. It was really fun. And the city is beautiful, especially in the summer. I always loved it. We had one hackathon in Turbas, somewhere in the middle. I think this is basically in the middle of nowhere, but very beautiful landscape and everything. So, for example, what is a very, I'm coming from a country with a high intensive of hierarchy, because once we were a monarchy, we have like an emperor and all these kind of things. And what I want to say with this is, for example, my dad is a doctor. He has a kind of a PhD, is a doctor title. So basically his wife, the mother, is automatically, even if she didn't go to university, but she's still also one. So they are greeting her, "Hello, Mrs. Doctor," and then her name. So, you know the kind of the hierarchy that we have, and in Finland, I think it is even when it comes on the equally of women and men, it's even more. But the gaming industry in Finland was very, very male dominated. When you kind of like always when you're talking about games, there were just basically those major drivers like Supercell or Rovio on stage, or all these other kind of guys from Remedy and so on. But now it's going through a very, very positive change, and I think it is also like, because it's also important when you're creating a game, you also should think like, how do I attract your female gamers? That's also very important, because they are also like interested in playing. So what kind of, there may be like different sorts of games, but I think it's also very important, to be honest. And I'm by myself. Of course, I'm playing Heyday and those kind of things, but I play also those games that we have in Kotka area from Nitro Games or Kukori Games, like those kind of games. I'm not a fan of all of those games, but the other day I was trying Minecraft, and need to be very honest, I didn't really like it. So it's kind of the taste that people have.
Yeah, in my opinion, like I'm not female, so I don't have the same experience as you. But the thing is, I earn my money like I'm a developer, a programmer in this company. Where also, yeah, it's a tech company. Most of us are male, and the thing is, why I like that there are more diversity and stuff, because of different experiences, right? I can't have the same experience as you just because of gender. It's a thing, and these differences in experiences, these like create different opinions, and thus might create better ideas. And I think that also translates in game development. If you have like different people, different genders, not only male, female, all the other genders too. If you have like people with all sorts of different experiences, you will make a better game. You will make a game that's like more, I guess, engaging and have like a soul, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to find words in English, but as you said, English is not my first language. But I feel like this diversity should happen, but also I agree on Laura that it should be quality over quantity, or over like, hey, we need to have 50-50. You need to look at what quality this brings to your team. You need to look at what quality it will bring to your game. And as for gamer community, well, I don't think that like this. I hate these stereotypes going on social media that the female gamers only play Candy Crush or some shit like that. I mean, it's not shit, but like.
But here's the thing: the numbers actually do show that.
I mean, yeah.
Match 3 are mostly 85% played by women, around 50 years, well,
Yes,
the numbers
but,
do show that.
You mentioned like Counter-Strike. You don't play. I guess you don't play Counter-Strike just because if you play Counter-Strike, it's even two reactions. They boo you out, or they're like, "Hey, give me your number," like creepy, like shit like that, and I don't like it. That's the reason I think. Just like most people just don't want to get in that stuff, or just mute their microphone while playing, and yeah. Oh, Sabine asked how long do we actually have time, and well, we are past 16 minutes, but I don't want to end this conversation because
No, I don't want to end either, but I was just thinking, I don't know exactly what is your program, so I was just asking.
This is the last thing in my program, so it's okay.
So how does it now work? Like, for example, now with you guys, is it like that? For example, now the guys that just work like until when is the deadline? When is it's always until tomorrow? Which time?
The deadline is tomorrow 4 p.m. Latvia time. Yeah, at 4 p.m. or 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 p.m. we start the final game presentations. They won't be like really presentations. Maybe there will be more like game trailer reviews, I guess. And if someone will want to actually present their game, I will give the opportunity to them. Yeah. So that's the thing tomorrow at 4. And we also will have tomorrow at 1 this event with a site from UK. There was like VR Gaming, Richard. So we will get all like in the same Zoom chat and just like talk about our games and show each other like what we were making. So very similar to the showcase event, but not with one side, but with 2 sides. Yeah. That's the plan for tomorrow. Today this is the last thing, and the jammers will, I guess, continue to jam till tomorrow. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. So now the teams have the opportunity to work freely until tomorrow, like day and night. They still have a couple of hours left.
Mhm.
And then until tomorrow, and that's exciting.
I mean, I'm super excited. I've been saying this again and again. I mean, I didn't expect much of this online format, this online jam, but the thing is, it has a bit blown my expectations. We already have 15 games in the making. I don't know how many will be finished, but still, the teams were made. Some actually like got people they don't know. I guess Laura's team got one person, then another team got one jammer that's like jamming for the first time. Then there's another team actually who the whole team is participating in Global Game Jam for the first time. But because Laura did this event like in summer, like also like online game jam, they like met there, and all the team is like also coming to the Global Game Jam. So that's fun, and it's blowing my expectations a bit, and I'm happy for it.
That's really interesting. So, how many? By the way, how many in one of these team? How many team members you have in one team?
We have from one team member, the solo team. We have like I guess 1 or 2 solo teams, and then we have a team. I guess either it was Mushroom team with 6 members.
Wow.
Yeah, and I don't know how many members does Laura's team has, because she also has one of the bigger teams.
I have 3 people.
Oh, you have only 3 people.
Half.
Because it looked like you in your chat, like for some reason you at one point had many people. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the biggest one is 6 people then, yeah.
Well, you can expect from them pretty much if they are 6.
And actually, I will paste in games link where you can check them out.
Oh.
Like check the games in the making. There are.
Yeah.
I think one game maybe has some build uploaded, but I mean tomorrow there will be actually like playable stuff. Today it's more like work in progress.
But it's kind of interesting with teams is that, as you said, like the more people there are, the more you could, expect. It really doesn't work that way, because the more people you have, the more you have to work on conversation and sharing and everything like that, and how to divide up jobs. It takes an immense amount of time, and actually the teams that are just 2 or 3 people tend to perform better in game jams than big teams of 6. 6 is okay, but 10, 15, 20 people, I don't know how you manage a team of 20 people.
I mean, I think like for 6 people you already feel a need for a dedicated project manager.
Yeah.
Like last year, I think Simon is his name is had like already like hardcore team built. He actually had a project manager for them and everything, and actually they did make a good game, and they made it into this year's keynote video for Global Game Jam. So it was a fun thing to see unfold.
Yeah, but Of course, it's not a bad thing because not everyone wants to be an artist or a programmer. And I mean, IT project manager, that is a very valuable position. And why shouldn't you try out in a game jam what it actually is?
Well, project management or something like this, or product management, is always a little bit of a challenging thing sometimes. Yes, you have to keep your team together. You have to keep them a little bit like on track and keep them like, let's say, I always say them busy. So it is, but it is fun, to be honest. I mean, I also like to be sometimes just not a project manager and be just, let's say, an expert where you just give me the task and let me do. So I'm doing that when it comes on work too. I like to do that too.
But here's the thing: if during a game jam you have no trouble at all, you're doing something wrong.
Well, yes, that I absolutely agree. Because, for example, when I participated in our jams, and then at the beginning, sometimes we were like really like, we basically came nowhere until somebody like popped up an idea, and we just said like, let's do that. Doesn't matter. Because when I remember when we did the Giphy project, that actually was really funny. We had this layout of this box, and we were just like, I was already like the first couple of hours. I think the jam was 72 hours, if I be completely honest. I was like this. So the problem was at the beginning we were like brainstorming, and I was ready to burn this. I said like a burning box. Let's make a burning box, because I was so tired of looking at this layout of this box. Until actually Daria, which is our graphic designer in our project, she said like, why not making a present out of it, a gift box? And I just remember when we were sitting there, like the room was silent, like silent. Everybody was like proceeding, thinking, and suddenly like, hey, yes, it's actually not a bad idea. Let's do it. then we came up with this fun stories about this, and at the end, how do we name it? Oh, let's call it just Giphy, and that's it. So it was pretty good, and we had really fun. And I think that is, I think the most important thing in general is we should basically like, when we now end up and let them like explore their own kind of opportunities, the most important thing is it a hackathon or is it a jam? Is the fun on doing things and fun on working on a project and having basically like creating and thinking about like almost like, let's say, stupid ideas, because there are basically no stupid ideas on the planet. Always depends what you're doing with it. It's just really the fun part, just to giggle around and having the fun and gossiping, like talking, let's say it brutally honest bullshit a little bit, and then that is something which is the most important thing on any kind of, at the end, what is coming out of the project or of the thing that you're doing, you either are keen on keeping it like this or you proceed with it. Some of them, they're thinking, hey, okay, just leave it then, and then a year later maybe they come up with it and say like, hey, why not continue with it? And I think it's really the most important thing is the fun.
Yeah, totally. I really agree on that. Actually, we have
nowadays we need more fun.
We do need
more
fun. I agree.
We need more fun.
Yes. And I was going to say that we are sitting here like for an hour and a half already. So at least my butt is getting a bit I'm starting not feeling it, Yeah. And I really enjoyed this talk. I can't like express.
I'm not feeling my butt. Come on, Jānis, that's really funny.
I mean,
well,
it's hard to me like to find words in English, so I'm just saying whatever comes to my mind, basically.
Your butt fell asleep. Let's say it like
yes,
this.
that's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Okay, let's not keep Laura from jamming. Let's not keep you from your stuff. Do feel free to go into the Discord, go into people's voice chats. Just bother them. Just
Oh
talk to
Lord,
them.
you allow me to bother them? Are
Yes,
you? That's
definitely.
dangerous.
No, just go. And yes, maybe you have any last stuff to say to jammers, maybe where they can find you.
I actually put it in the chat. I put it in the chat. They can connect, for example, if they're interested in with me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I will post actually your LinkedIn link, maybe.
Yes,
if I can
because
find it.
yeah, because the other day I was in a Twitch kind of channel, like chatting thing, and it was not allowed or it was not possible to post links.
Maybe it's
So I
like
don't
an
know.
auto mode or something. I also
Something like this was happening.
Yes, I posted it.
Okay. And the next thing is for example, from Baltic Explorers side, we have Twitter and Facebook and also a webpage. But if you want to know more about the project and the possibilities to join, please contact Laura. She's our wonderful person in Latvia, and she knows absolutely everything. So,
yeah, I need to find your homepage. I will
and
post that also.
yeah, so that would be really nice. It's balticexplorer.eu. And the Facebook is and Twitter is basically the same. It's Baltic Explorers, very easy.
Is this the page?
Yep, it is.
Okay, cool.
Sooner or later, you will see the wonderful Laura's face on it. Maybe it's already there.
I don't know. Where can I?
And then
about page. Okay.
Sorry.
We
have you can also find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, so my last words, I wish you have fun. You're not spoiling your weekend at all. And I will, as I have now the kind of permission to sneak around in the Discord, so I will bother you guys a little bit. No, I let you work quietly, don't worry. Actually, I'm pretty much looking forward what the aftermath, what is happening, what happens, and then a little bit, yeah. If I have tomorrow a time without that I'm driving around, I would love to see. Maybe I managed to come at. Was it 4:30?
Yeah, it was 4:30 or something. Yeah, it was 4:30 actually. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I do need to check my own schedule that I made.
Okay. If I manage, yes, but I think that Laura keeps me updated. So if what came out, so guys, I wish you good luck. Have a lot of fun, and plus, please stay safe. That is one thing which I really hope that nobody gets sick and whatsoever. And the next thing is please, if you have a possibility to even have the possibility to go outside for a while, please do that too. Fresh air is always good. And yes, have fun, enjoy the fullest, jam as much as you want, and hopefully we see each other soon. And let's see if we manage next year that we could join the game jam in Latvia. That would be really nice. And then maybe we could have, instead of a virtual beer, we could have a really kind of sitting together and having a cup of coffee or even a beer or having a pizza or whatsoever. That would be really, really nice. But at the end, I hope it is possible. And yeah, so have a nice weekend full of jamming and enjoy the fullest. And yes, bye from Finland.
Thank you very much. And Laura, maybe you have something to say.
Yeah, the one thing that I have noticed about our global game jams is that every year the quality of the games keeps rising.
That's fantastic.
And I remember the first jam that I attended was 5 years maybe ago or 4, I don't recall anymore. And there were quite a lot of games that were not really functional. Not to even mention things like sound or graphics. And now each year I see that the games are becoming more and more impressive, actually. And I think this is actually reflecting on our industry as a whole, because that is exactly what's happening with our industry numbers, with our profit and turnover and amount of people working in our industry. And I don't see any moment where this growth is stopping in the near future. So, guys, you're already making pretty amazing games during this event. So I hope that you manage to do what you have planned. I also hope that you find the time to take a bit of a rest. Don't overwork yourself. This is not a job. And yeah, let's see what happens tomorrow.
Yes, thank you very much. And again, thank you both for attending this panel. I feel like this was so much better than I expected because like we talked about so much fun stuff. We talked about so much very, very important topics here. I wish actually to sometimes just talk more. Maybe like just whatever, just do another panel amongst ourselves or in a meetup, or we are online. There are opportunities. And again, thank you very much. It was such a good talking, and I'm also thanking because this is like one of those social interactions like I'm having, and it keeps my brain functional, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm very, very appreciative of that. Okay.
But hey, if you sometimes like organize some kind of meetups or whatever, maybe we could have like a switch, like we could switch in from our team, like me and Demo, for example, we could join, or we could even invite some from our side, some people like maybe some Nitro Games guy or from Kukori guys or some other ones, if you want to have a chat with them as well.
Yeah, definitely. We have meetups every month, and lately we've been like just opening like a Zoom chat like for everyone who wants to join for discussion. So the next one is 10th of February, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we have like in our university also this kind of it's called the Game Studios Cup of Coffee. So we have, it's like, I think it's, I don't know if it's every week or every second week. So, and we always invite some kind of guys from the field, like from the gaming field, and having a chat so that the gamers, they can have, or game studios also can have like a little bit like chats with them and ask them questions like how they did it and what they did and how and whatever. So we have this. So we have there actually quite a lot of good people already around. So
yeah,
but
I
hey,
think maybe you can send like this information to me or Laura, and I will just actually, you have access to our Discord. You can just post it in events.
Yes.
Like page. I will definitely try to find the time to join because I'm enjoying this. That means I will enjoy those events as well. Yeah.
Yes.
It is
that would
really
be nice.
time
Oh,
for
look
us
at
to
the
end.
puppy.
Yeah. Bye, puppy.
So the puppy game says good night, sleep tight.
Yes.
Bye
Good
bye.
night. Sleep tight. Okay.
Bye bye. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So this is a ground tile for our game. Take a look at it. It's really great. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow. So I'm sorry, this is the meetup. I have like everything. Global Game Jam. Yeah, this is the one. So I'll see you again later. I will try to find someone I can post. Play channel. Okay. It tells me the Global Game Jam is only online. Is that true though? I'm not sure. Maybe isn't Jānis streaming? Okay. Twitch TV /Jānis. Are you streaming right now? Okay. No one from Latvia is streaming. channel will auto-host. Okay, music will load. I'm sorry. So I was saying that I can't find anyone from Latvia to raid or host. So we will end the stream and I will let like the Twitch channel auto-host someone from the host list. I mean, yeah. So thank you for watching and we will meet you tomorrow 1 p.m. Latvia time where we will have our co-op event in Zoom. Okay. Thank you and bye.